May. The clerk will notice that all supervisors are present, in addition to the clerk administrator, the treasurer, and office assistant. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming. If you have a cell phone, if you wouldn't mind turning it off or putting it on the vibrate so as not to interrupt the meeting. And also a reminder to the supervisors to speak directly into the microphones. Would you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Are there any additions, corrections to the agenda? Seeing none, I'll move to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Seconded by Gaz. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried. We have the minutes of the first board meeting, May 6th. Any additions or corrections, any corrections to those additions? If,
The motion to approve the minutes of May 6th.
all right, motion by Gaz, seconded by Cavazos. All in favor indicate by saying aye, please. Aye. Opposed, motion is carried. Treasurer's report, Janet.
Okay, in the municipal checking account, we began with a balance of $786,720.50. We received transportation aid for the second quarter and interest, bringing that balance to $842,630.49. Money market account, we began with $577,553.28. After our interest, we now have $577,633.98. In the checking account, we began with $248,286.06. Deposits and transfers, FICA, state payroll tax, and then disbursements brought that balance down to $83,906.62. The utility district funds total $585,186.72 for a balance in all town accounts of $2,089,357.81.
Glad we have the 81
Questions? Seeing none, I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report as presented. Is there a seconded by Gaz? All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried. Next, the bills. Any questions on those bills? Seeing none, I'll make a motion to approve the bills as presented. Is there a second, please?
Second.
Second, Barber. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried. Okay, going on quickly to committee appointments.
Committee appointments were added.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, I'm going to make a motion to appoint Gary Kemp to the Finance Committee. He will be replacing Fred Anderson. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion is carried. I'm going to make a motion to appoint Phil Hansosia to the Parks and Properties Committee. We have 3 board members on there, and he would take the place of Hugh on that particular committee. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second, discussion.
Is there any reason why I'm being taken off? I'll be on 0 committees then.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're going to get on committees shortly. Or
All right.
all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Then I would make a motion to appoint Hugh to the Sister Bay Utilities Committee, replacing Supervisor Forkert on that committee. Is there a second? Second. Discussion? All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried. Then I would make a motion to appoint Hugh to replace Frank Forkard on the Fire Board. Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
Can I make a comment, if I can?
Please go ahead.
I know that fire trucks are orange or red. I don't know a lot about fire stuff.
Neither did I when I joined. You'll catch on.
Yeah, and, yeah, Chris is excellent in explaining things and that. And we, since we fund a substantial portion of that, and it's important to have our voice there. Okay, I will have some more committee appointments coming up at the next meeting. I've got some things I'm trying to work out, so. Okay, going on then to public input. Before we get a public's comment on this, there is a meeting at the RPC on Thursday. I believe it's at 1 o'clock, Bud?
Two.
Two?
usually. Two is usually.
3, all right.
They're moving to 3 now.
There is currently a proposal that has been worked up and I believe going to be discussed at that meeting. The requirement would be that all towers, and in this case, we're talking about towers for the broadband, meet the qualifications, specifications for cell towers. That substantially increases the cost, and probably to the point of where we're talking right now that the cost of, I believe, Door County Broadband is looking, I believe it's about a 60,000 for the towers now. The town has put in,
Not even that much.
well, we're putting in 14,000, and that would be returned to us over the course of time.
I want to say 20.
Okay, 20. The estimate we're getting right now is that the cost of those towers would push well into the $100,000 range, and basically would kill any expansion of, at least wireless expansion within the community. And as we all know, it's extremely important that we get wireless connections to as many people as we can within the community. So if anybody here has an opportunity and would like to attend the meeting, we're sending a letter down in opposition to the proposal. We have no idea how it's going to fare at the RPC, much less when it gets to the county board, so.
What time's that, John? I'll go.
3 o'clock,
This
Thursday,
That's day after tomorrow.
yeah, yeah. Okay, now the public input, opportunity to address the board on any particular subject, and also if you wish to speak to an agenda subject. So any general comments anybody likes to make? Carol?
Carol Moronic, East Bluff Road. I was made aware of a magical thing that happened yesterday, I believe, after traveling for many weeks on a gravel road that was very, very difficult, but got easier and easier. We were taking a lot of roundabouts in order to avoid it. I had heard from our people who are staying in our cottages that there were a lot of trucks on the road yesterday morning and they had to go around. I happened to go out myself at about 5 o'clock and forgot to try to do the roundabout, and lo and behold, I was driving on Garrett Bay Road, on a beautiful road, beautifully done, but I cannot figure out how they did it so fast, but please congratulate the crew and whoever was responsible, because it's absolutely wonderful. Thank you.
You didn't appreciate the washboard before, right?
Oh, God. But this was really incredible. I don't know how they did it.
Thank you. Any other general comments anybody has? Okay, agendize?
Go ahead. I'd like to make a comment on this.
Sure. Anybody on the agendized item? Okay, go ahead. You.
This is the May issue of the Wisconsin Towns Association, and it's the legal opinion by Carol Nowatzki, I guess it would be.
Yes.
Yeah. If I could just read it, it'd only take a quick second. It says, "I've been having disputes in our town regarding purchasing procedures. What are the general rules?" She says, "First be aware that no one has any inherent authority to spend town money without prior town board approval. This means that the chair cannot buy equipment or sign contracts without prior town approval, and the clerk cannot buy paper clips for the town office without board approval. Having money in the town budget for office supplies or road equipment does not in itself mean that any town officer or employee has independent authority to buy such supplies or equipment." And I think that's sort of the gist of the article. The town board should,
Yes.
and we see the bills here being as after the fact.
Actually, if you read farther down in that, I believe there's a further explanation.
They're setting limits.
Yeah.
Huh? Do we have limits set?
Not to my knowledge, but what has been budgeted for office supplies, gas, whatever you want to look at, is in the budget, so they're not going outside of the budget
But this says very
process.
specifically, just because they're in the budget doesn't mean you can buy them.
Well, correct, and we have the option when something comes up on a list of payment of bills, not to pay it. And that's basically why it's on, why it comes before us. You have the list of checks. These are not sent out yet. So we have the option, and this is the question, first off, what's that for? And what was the one the last time for the airbag?
Airbags on the truck.
So so that it basically comes back to the board when you authorize the payment of bills.
Well, in this particular one, I think I'm going from memory, there was a blasting bill for some 20-some thousand. And there was in the checks the month before, there was a trailer for $7,000 or $8,000. I'm just wondering if those have been voted on by the board. I never, I haven't.
Yes, they were part of the budgeting process, yes.
Yeah, but it says, just because it's in the budget, you can't just buy
Well,
them.
whether they were voted on, yeah, we did. We made the approval to pay that bill.
Okay, so the trailer was not purchased at that point in time, as
No,
an example?
no.
All right, no, thank you.
Okay, any other question anybody has? All right, then let's go on to lunch passes.
There are none.
Operator licenses,
There is one.
okay.
Tara Burnham, she's going to be working at the Cider House. She is getting an operator license that will take her through until June 30th, and she has applied for a second license after June 30th. She completed the course, paid the fees, and nothing comes up on a criminal check.
I think it's Tara Burnham, her parents live in Washington Island.
Tara? Not Tara.
Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the.
Second.
Seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Correspondence. Oh, we hid the basket.
Pending.
Go to the magazine.
Okay. I have a meeting agenda here for joint meeting of the Village of Efrip and the Town of Gibraltar and the Airport Commission. And they're going into closed session. Thursday, June 4th, starting at 3 p.m. for the RPC. There will be the Magnetic North conditional use permit application. The Schaefer conditional use permit for a building greater than a 5,000 square foot footprint has been approved. There is an electronic poll book seminar with Thursday, May 28th at the Brown County at the Northern Building in Green Bay. What they're doing is looking at and demonstrating electronic poll books. So we wouldn't have the two or three books that we have up there recording voters to come in. It's to register. We still have the voter ID, which is in place now, but this don't know if this is something that's going to be good or not, depending on the demonstration. Independent inspections has been combined with a company called Safe Built. It will not be independent inspections anymore, it will be Safe Built. It will be the same assessment procedures with the same staff, only a different name.
The one comment I wanna make about that is Safe Built will employ people who could do zoning for us, where they couldn't do that before.
A letter from the planning department to the occupants of a parcel at the intersection of ZZ and Wildwood Road. While on routine inspection, I noticed a sign that has been attached to trees with a cable on your property. Section 8.03, sub 10 of the county zoning ordinance states that no sign shall be painted or mounted on rocks or other natural features, except that nameplates and/or addresses for residents, no hunting, no trespassing, no dumping, and signs of a similar nature may be affixed to trees. In that the subject sign does not comply with this ordinance provision, it must be removed from the property on or before May 31 of 2015.
Is that Mr. Walker's sign?
Correct.
Golly, I kind of enjoy it. It goes back and forth all the time.
There is a water supply system sanitary survey being conducted tomorrow. Laurel Bratz of the DNR will be around looking at the water supply systems. She was here 5 years ago, and it's the anniversary time for them to come and do that again. Checking out to make sure everything is copacetic with backflow preventers and assorted items on the water supply at the hall, Women's Club, fire station, and Gills Rock Park. And a reminder that the pavement readings are due by December 15th of this year. That's done in every odd number year. Last year, Mike Walker, Mike Barkey, Kim Shumway, and myself drove the roads and rated them, and I would assume we will be doing the same this year. Humane Society with a thank you note for the donation to them. And the May report from the Wisconsin Town Association. Is that the one you referred to, Hugh? Okay. And that would be it.
Okay. Future meetings.
I should read this stuff.
As mentioned, tomorrow is the RPC meeting at 3 o'clock. They've moved the time back for the summer months. On Tuesday, the 26th, there are DOT information meetings in the village regarding the business, information for businesses regarding the projects coming up, that one at 8 o'clock in the morning and another at 5:30 p.m. 28th is the electronic poll book demonstration in Green Bay. Monday the 1st, Highway Committee at 8 o'clock. The 3rd, Wednesday the 3rd is Town Board. On Thursday the 4th, Wisconsin Public Service is holding a session here called Hometown Stories. They're looking at interesting stories that people might have of the town, of the history and whatnot. It's at 11 o'clock here at the town hall. Plan Commission on the 10th. And that's pretty much it. 17th is Town Board. It's kind of light for the rest of the month.
Okay. Just for everybody's edification, we did convene the Board of Review and then recess the Board of Review till the August 19th at 1 p.m. Okay, we're going to go into a closed session. We've got a number of items on that. I have no idea how long this is going to take. You're more than welcome to wait, if you would. And I will share with you my little comment for the evening. This comes from a gentleman by the name of Max Lucado. The people who make a difference are not the ones with credentials, but the ones with the concern. And I move that we adjourn the closed session per statute 19.85, parent 1, parent E, deliberating, negotiating the purchase of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specific public business whenever competitive bargaining reasons require a closed session, in statute 19.85, parent 1, parent C, considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. The matters concern the Raleigh's Bay easement, the treatment plan ownership, the clerk treasurer, job description, and administrator addendum to the job description, and also the Grandview Goods parcel. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Who are you calling on the second?
Nancy.
Barber,
Here.
Mulligan,
Yes, sir.
Goss,
Aye.
Cavazos, Lowry.
Yes.
Carries 5-0.
Okay.